goody. How's everybody doing today? That's right. It is Monday. What no? What is it? Yes, it's it's Monday. Hold on. Let me get my theme music out. There we go. There we go. Now you can hear me. You can see me. What's happening, fam? I hope everybody's doing great today. It is what's today's date? Today is Monday. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Uh it is that time again, that favorite time, to join me, Arrington Gavin, here on another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast, where me, your friend, your homie, your bro, get to sit back, chop it up, talk about what's ever off the dome, really. And I always enjoy it because I get to tune in with my friends, you, the listeners, the viewers. As you see, last episode debuted a new setup that I'm working on. That we hope give you more appealing visually. And beer's looking a little raggedy, but I'm here at the home studio right now, and explains all these great books. I read, but but yeah, man, it's about that time where I just think of conversations, whether if it's trending stories, whether if it's just simple discussions, man. This is that barbershop talk. This is that, grab lunch, grab a coffee, and just sit back and have a conversation with yours truly. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. Tune in for new episodes every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on our Smooth Club Media, our YouTube channel. Subscribe. Well, I truly appreciate it. Also, wherever you get your podcasts at. I truly appreciate that as well. Whether it's Spotify, Apple, iHeart, you name it. Hey, I truly appreciate it. Again, wherever you get your podcasts, I truly appreciate it. Also, tune in every Sundays at 12 p.m. to my weekly radio show called called In Your City. Is presented by our Smooth Club. It's called In Your City, hosted by myself, along with my good friend and brother, comedian Ciroc Fox. We chop it up every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM, the soul of VA. On You can, if you're not in the Hampton Roads area, you can listen online at WNSB.org, or you can download the free app, WNSB app. It is free, and just so excited, be a part of that radio station. It's owned and operated by Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold, one of the, I think, Virginia's largest HBCU, historically black college and university, and just excited what we have in store for that. So, without further ado, I want to get it going with the conversation, because this is something that I struggle with on a regular, is the struggles of staying active and eating healthy. Woo! I hear the background saying, "Preacher Arrington, preaching to the choir." Let's talk about it. Well, let's talk about it, because majority of Americans, like in the United States, obesity is continuing to skyrocket. Right? Obesity is continuing to skyrocket. I know in the black community, uh, unhealthy eating is somewhat normal, because you can go back to our history of what we put in our bodies, right? And it's not healthy. I mean, I'm talking like all uh uh the food with the sodium, spicy, all the fats, and it's not healthy for us, y'all. So we really, really have to take good care of ourselves. But the reason why I bring it up is like, hey, you're probably asking, like, why is it so hard to stay active and to eat healthy in 2023 going into 2024? Why is it so hard? Well, first things first, I'll speak on myself. Now, when I was in high school, I was playing sports. I kept myself active. At the time, you know, middle school, puberty hits, and you want to build up, you want to be appealing to the ladies. And that's what it was. I was doing my push-ups, I was doing my curls. I was like, let me get that up top swollenness going on, because hey, ladies thought it was attractive, right? At least I thought. I was a short guy, wasn't tall, and I'm like, let me get it in the gym. Now I was eating what I wanted. I didn't care what, when it came to healthy eating. But my parents really raised me on healthy eating, broccoli, spinach, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. Like, I was around all that, but I've also was around the unhealthy food too. Uh but building that strength, building, always staying active, of course, it was somewhat of a requirement after I finished school. Boom, hit football practice or track practice. Um, I played, a little bit of lacrosse, soccer as well, but track and field and football were my two main sports. So until I was a junior actually in high school, I stopped playing sports because my senior year I just wanted to make sure I was focused on my studies. I was a kid that struggled with testing, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't not gonna struggle. I wanted to make sure I was gonna graduate with all my friends. I was, you know, I'll be damned if I was gonna get left back. So I stayed with my studies. Thought about, I checked out some D3 schools, D2 schools as far as sports programs. It was a thought. It was a thought. But I never pursued it because I knew being a student athlete is one of the hardest things to do. It's one of the hardest jobs in America is being a student athlete. Not only are you juggling your academics, your books, your classes, you're also juggling being a college student, which is, you have friends, you have parties, you have all sorts of gatherings. You're learning how to function on your own, and then you're an athlete. You have you have mandatory meetings, you have mandatory workouts maybe at 5 a.m., you have mandatory games you got to attend. It's a lot to be a student athlete. I knew for sure that I could not juggle that at all. So I decided to stay pretty much as a student once I was in college. Now, my major was health and wellness. All my friends, majority of my friends were collegiate athletes. My wife, she was, well, then girlfriend, she was a collegiate athlete. And even before that, I'm like, okay, look, as single Arrington was like, well, I got to make sure what else can I offer? I think I'm funny. I'm a good, I always can spark a conversation, but I was still pretty shy. So I made sure I'm like, well, what can I do? I made sure I stayed in the weight room. Always. I build friendships in the weight room. I you know met so many people in the weight room. I made myself, I think, my heaviest, and I was drinking, I was incorporating creatine with my diet. So I was at my heaviest was probably like 207, but I was swole, bro. I was swole. And at that time, my time management was okay, classes. Once I finish my classes, boom, go to my room, take a nap, possibly like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hour nap, wake up, go to the gym for maybe an hour, 45 minutes, possibly. And then I'll go, to my room, do my studies, do my work, so on and so on. And then the weekend was boom, workout, have fun with the friends. You know how it goes. So that was my schedule at that time. Now, fast forward, I was okay. So in college, I was probably going to the gym 5 times, maybe 6 times a week. But I'll push more with the 5 to 6 times a week. And I think I even during the summer I stayed active. I mean, I went to the gym a lot. I went to a 24-hour gym, so I went to the gym whenever I wanted to. Uh Christmas Eve, I would go at night, New Year's Eve. I was very determined because I wanted to pursue athletic training at the time. I still had my business plan. I still wanted to pursue Revolution Beer Care, but I also was doing internships at rec centers and gyms and health and wellness centers, all that good stuff. So all my friends, it was like you had to be in great shape. So now I'm a business owner, working for myself, doing other things, and the work schedule starts to get more hectic, right? It starts to really be time consuming, and it's like, okay, how are you going to manage your time? And slowly but surely, I hit a wall of, hey, let me go every morning. Boom, let me go to gym every morning, get it in, and then that stopped. And then I said, well, let me do evenings. Started going, then that stopped. Now I hit a wall. It has been such a struggle for me because now I'm married. I have, we have a dog, we have a house to, take care of. We got bills, we got all that stuff. Everyday people, right? Everyday people problems. And hey, let's be honest, the cost of living is not cheap, y'all, and all the prices of everything is going up, whether if it's groceries, going out to eat, gas, uh, taxes, everything is increasing. So staying active has been such a struggle. I'm just now getting back, probably going 3 times a week. Now, remember before I said I was going 5 to 6, but now, Arrington's almost pushing 30. I've been going like 3 times a week, and it sucks because I feel like I'm letting myself down. I feel like more unhealthy I get, I'm shedding off years off my life. And you should always think that mindset too, y'all. The more less active you are, or the more bad food that you're putting in your system, you are shedding years off your life. So think of that. Um Also, now all of that was just speaking on myself. Now, if I can speak on the world for a second, when it comes to eating is, well, I'll just say staying active for one. As far as staying active is a struggle for some, because for some, I truly believe a lot of people are a little self-conscious with their bodies. They're self-conscious when they attend a gym and you see other people that are fit, sculpted, showing off, maybe working out with their bodybuilder friends, whether if it's male or female. I feel as though that kind of lowers your self-esteem. So they're like, I don't want to go there. It's too, this, to that. Or what if it's a crowded gym and there's multiple people and you're like the only one? And gyms have a lot of mirrors. So they're always constantly putting in your face, like, hey, look, this is what you look like. Okay. I don't know if you ever seen yourself in the mirror, but this is what you look like. And it can really take a toll on somebody. It really can. I would say that you have to know when to put on those blinders and ignore those kind of things, because sometimes it's not the people that are bringing you come, it's you continue to second guess yourself, and you're like, well, I want to look like this, I want to look like that, I want to like that, I want to like this. And it can be hard because, hey, we live in a world where you might have a few people that is either juicing, or you just have extremely healthy people, and it's a culture. It's their one certain group, and sometimes they might make you feel like the oddball out of the crew. That's one thing. Another one is whether if you're up to relearning exercises, right? Because the best way to work out, in my opinion, is going with the partner. If you are new to exercise and new to weight equipment, you rarely see exercise machines or free weights that have instructions on there. A lot of people might come already with their instructions in their hand. Some people might just play it by ear. But it's good to go with a buddy when to stay active. And let me tell you something, it's never too late to go to the gym. There's a culture, or there's always that stigma of like, okay, I'm a little too old to go to the gym, my joints ain't good, my this ain't good, my back is really not that good. I'm not saying you got to go Arnold Schwarzenegger on them, but what I'm saying is you have to play it safe, and it's very simple. I mean, again, do your research when it comes to staying active. There's many books and textbooks, or on social media or videos, or just simple exercises, whether if it's just walking on a treadmill with the incline 30 minutes, right? Because all they say is you need just 30 minutes. If you can just consistent 30 minutes of your time, you are doing a great job. That's what you're doing, more than other people what they're doing, right? So I would pursue to do that. I would definitely pursue going to your gym, finding out, hey, some of your local, whether if it's your local rec centers. uh I would say, if cost is a big thing for you, I would attend some of your local rec centers, because we're fortunate in the city of Chesapeake over here in Virginia. They Ours, I believe, is like maybe like 35 a year for Chesapeake residents. I mean, come on. I think in Virginia Beach it's a little higher, might be like 100 a year for residents, but that's a pretty good, because you have some gyms, and I'm not going to call any names, but you have some gyms that are, say, uh 30 to 40. Yeah, they're about $30 a month. Some of them might be 35 a month. uh I know there's some that are like 10 bucks a month, maybe. But they all have different packages. So, if cost effective is one thing, check out your different, local rec centers. Get active, get moving. We have to continue to take care of ourselves, y'all, because one thing for sure, if the pandemic didn't teach you anything, it was to that you have to stay active, y'all. You have to stay active. And this was even not just for the unhealthy, because the unhealthy was more people that were unhealthy had pre-existing conditions. Some of them weren't all just like the non-active people, because there were some active people that got COVID. But really, if you were just completely like sitting on your tail, not doing anything, not doing moving, it takes a toll on your body. So I highly recommend it. Get moving. Definitely attend those gyms. Go with a friend. Go with family, come going as a group, or just the simple things. Go on a walk around your neighborhood. Anything and everything will help. Next up, I'm going to be talking about why is it such a struggle when it comes to the eating. But first, look, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, if y'all don't mind, with more of the Arrington Gavin podcast. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. So be right back after this short break.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
Rugged is the new smooth. Did y'all like that commercial, y'all? I like that commercial. I really did too. Let's get it going. Last thing I stopped off by talking about is, hey, why do we struggle staying active and eating healthy, right? So next up, I want to bring up when it comes to on the eating portion, right? I've already talked about the struggles it is to just stay active, but now let's talk about the food. So I would say America struggles the most with food because, for one, again, I go back to scheduling and time management. We live in a fast food society where fast food is our life. If we are exhausted, if we are, short on time, lunch breaks, depending on which job you have, you either have like a 15-minute or 30-minute lunch break, an hour max. It's hard to find something that, hey, I need something quick. I need it, is it I don't need to wait on it. I need to, already have it ready, yada, yada, yada. So that's when fast food comes into play. But one thing you have to realize is when you in really great food, it takes time. It takes time to cook. It doesn't take, it doesn't take less than 15 minutes to prepare. If it takes less than that, something's wrong, right? We got a lot of processed food going on. We have a lot of companies that have such a quota. They're all about just making those dollars and stuff. Man, they're injecting meats out here that's looking all weird. They like I said, processed food. I'm pretty sure that we're eating dog food and cat food and this and that and the other. We have to really be careful when it comes to our, what we eat. And I do say, like, we all struggle because we're greedy. We are greedy. I'm not just saying we're greedy when it comes to money and power and success, but we're greedy when it comes to food, y'all. Because I can see people, and I'm one of them. I could be eating like I ain't never ate before, and it's like, why do you eat so much? It's like, it's just food is one of the worst drugs out there, to me, worse than the cocaine, heroin, other prescription drugs. Food is a drug, y'all. I mean, hell, they have a show called My 600-Pound Life for a reason. They have other shows where it's like, I forgot what it was, but it was a family that all weighed well over 800 pounds. I mean, almost, it was a lot. And it's so sad because I remember, okay, when I was in college, there was I think I might have been a junior or senior, but there was, no, I was probably a junior. There was you get the new year, got a new freshman class, and there was a student in my class who was an underclassman, and I kid you not, y'all, she had to be about 700 pounds easy. Now, in my mind, I'm like, wow, this girl is either 18 or 19 years old. And it's sad because, again, when your body should not be holding that much weight. Okay. Especially if you're, maybe 5'7", not even 6 feet tall. That's a lot of weight. And you really have to be careful. There's a reason, if you ever catch a lot of sports programs where they show like there's a lot of retired football players that were like linemen. they lose that weight immediately once they retire. They don't stay. They might still look big, but in shape, but they lose. They make sure they have to trim that fat because you start having joint pains, bad on your heart, you name it, illnesses starts popping up. And when it comes to the food, y'all, we really, really, really have to watch what we eat. We have to, and even on like the diets, man, because like we look okay. So when it comes to like the diet culture, right? What I mean, and then what I mean by diet culture, I'm talking like Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, all the variation diets. Look, y'all, and not saying none of them probably work, but always putting your faith in a certain diet, it can be a good startup plan, but when you have to stay in unison with it, is very simple. Portion control is always going to be the easiest one. Now, I'm no fit guru or anything, but I would love to continue, at least a healthy talk series on this program because I have a bunch of friends that work in the health and wellness field, right? Personal trainers, nutritionists, you name it. I want to really have those conversations, even with psychologists, because it starts with the mind, and then you have to put it into action. We have got to always think of portion control. I can eat red meat all day, every day. I mean, shoot, I would love to be, if I could eat meat by itself. Now they do have those carnivore diets and stuff like that. Man, to me, a lot of certain diets, they're all it's all BS to me. Cause it's like, okay, which one is the best one? Everybody's body acts different. Everybody's body reacts to different things. So I really never have faith that, oh, this diet is great. This is good for me. Like, okay, you got the I don't know if it's pescatarian where where they eat mostly seafood. I forgot one of those diets is like, yeah, it's good on this aspect, but what's the outcome, right? Is my sugar level gonna go high? Is my iron level gonna go high? Is this something's always gonna elevate because you have to have a perfect balance. This is really easy. You really have to balance out your meals. I could never be a full on, non meat eater. This is tough for me. I always have to have protein in my system. Like I said, red meat, poultry. I love it all. I love it all. I think my struggles is fried food. Whoo, that fried food is tough to give up, y'all. And it's like, you can always have a cheat meal. Not a cheat day, because I know some people do cheat days, which I guess cheat day is not bad if you're like a Michael Phelps or somebody. But cheat meal is always good here and there. But you have to always, make sure you read the labels. I always tell people, and I say it because, okay, so my field of work is men's grooming, right? Health and beauty. Uh, when it comes to, I make sure I always make my products with all natural products because I always say if you read the label on some of the stuff that you go to like a higher corporate um retailer on a shelf space, you look into it and you're like, wait a minute, I can't pronounce this word, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you gotta always know what you're putting on your inside your body and externally on your body. So you have to make sure you read the labels word for word. If it's something that's unfamiliar, hey, look it up real quick. I'm you get and the reason why I keep on saying on multiple episodes, look it up, do your research, because y'all, we rely on so many others, but you really have to always have your gut instinct. Now, there's professionals out there that are telling the truth, right? And then you have some that are sponsored or are paid spokespeople where they have to say certain things and tell you, veer you in one direction. So you really, it's always good to still know ahead of time, but also have faith in your medical professionals and or the professionals in general. But yeah, y'all, we really gotta make sure we watch how we take care of ourselves, because and let's not do stuff so that we can just you know let's do it for ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. Don't do it for other people, don't do it for attention, because I can go long on and on with the fact that when it comes to, we live in a world of body shaming. We have body positivity, but then you have the people that will inject so much things to their body, have so many surgeries, man, until it's unreal. The BBLs, the Botox, the this, the that. I mean, and that's men and women. That is men and women. And really, it's like, y'all, if we just know when to take care of ourselves, uh, as much as we love to sleep, I think I've read a study where even like, you know, oversleeping can add calories. That's not good for you. Oh, you definitely want to get your proper rest, right? You don't want to not sleep, but if you're just always lounging and things like that, that's not going to help. That won't help at all. So you really just want to be careful on that aspect, and really just take care of yourself, man. Like, that's really just the main thing that I cannot keep on continue to say, because, and I say that because I care about y'all. Y'all my friends, right? Y'all my homies. I'm your homie. So I'm always here just, to have that conversation with you, and to also provide somewhat of, knowledge and info that can be helpful. Can be helpful. Y'all, I'm almost getting ready to close up soon, but before I do that, I want to give y'all, of course, a business tip that I hope that you can take into consideration. But before I do that, you already know. Oh, I'm about to take another break because my mouth is dry. Okay, so look, more with us. I keep on saying our Smooth Club. Seek our Smooth Club Media, and plus I have a podcast, our Smooth Club. I got so many shows, man. I'm starting to lose count on my own. Look, we'll be back with more of the Arrington Gavin podcast here. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. So let me take a quick break, y'all, and I'll be back with the final word with the business tip.
Jazeera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JazeeraLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Yo, that was another amazing commercial by my good friend Dr. Shirley Auguste, who is the founder of Jacerin Learning Center. She's a great friend, and as much as I can dog on the way universities and collegiate uh, education can be somewhat of a uh, um, money pit in a sense, but it's very important when it comes, to make sure you are educated and to receive that education. So I'm for education. I'm just when it comes to college education, hey, post grad, you always have to, I hope they can continue to also teach the street smarts as well. But what an awesome commercial. All right, guys, final point of the show, I want to bring up the having the knowledge of social media. Okay, having the knowledge of social media, and what I mean by that is being a business owner, especially in today's day and age. The world is going to continue to get more techie, more digital, right? You see, really, you're starting to see the fall of cable television and the increase of streaming and digital television. You see the downfall of your newspapers, right? Rarely people have their own newspapers. or still receive the newspapers, because everything is online, everything is uh digital now, and you're saving paper. So what what I want those people, the business owner right now that's tuning into this show, if you are like say a few weeks in, or even thinking about starting your own business, or if you're just you've been in the game for a minute, but one thing you lack is social media, here's why I highly recommend getting involved in social media and having more knowledge and learning. Because social media, in my opinion, is one of the most affordable tools to have when it comes to that can help promote your business, right? So when we always say, in order to start a business, you have to evaluate your risk. You have to see how much money you have in the bank, because it's very expensive to start a business. Now, I've mentioned about the, getting an LLC, trademark, what else? Getting incorporated. All that stuff requires, your business license. All that stuff requires money. Joining certain networking groups, your chamber of commerce, those things have fees. But depending on if you're selling a product, you still have to have money when it comes to material items, making sure it doesn't cost a lot for overhead. But when it comes to promotion is going to be the most expensive thing that you're going to be spending as a business owner. Trust me, I am a prime example, because I have spent money on multiple radio ads. I still do multiple radio ads, local public TV ads, newspapers here and there, articles, you name it. And they benefit, some benefit, some doesn't. You do your trial runs, which one is more profitable and which one's more beneficial. Now, when it comes to social media, in a sense, social media is very affordable, because sometimes it can be free. It's not a lot of money to start your own Instagram page, or a Facebook page, Facebook business. And you can either promote as low as, pay $3 to boost a post, or $5, you name it. You can go as high as you want, and they stretch them out from, 1 day to 2 days, 3 days to 7 days. It all varies. Now, the easiest thing about social media is that social media puts you into that place as an influencer. It puts you in that form of, I'm one on one with you, the person that's tuning in, right? It makes you more relatable. It helps people learn the story behind your brand, your what you're selling. Because remember this, y'all, you are all no one can ever sell your product better than you can, because it's your baby. No one can sell Rugged Evolution Beard Care better than Arrington Gavin, because I'm the creator, I'm the face. No one can sell it better than me. And likewise for whichever product or brand that you are trying to sell. So you can always document that on social media. Now, I'm not saying put out all your business on social media, because God knows some people would just be putting too much info on social media, and it can hurt their brand. It can, whether they show them arguing with somebody, or they show they're in this and that. Don't document your whole life, y'all. I really can't stand when people put all their business out on social media. It's tacky to me. It is extremely tacky. But what I am saying is, when it comes to business, document your growth. Document you, say, creating something, or just having a meeting, and you don't have to make long videos. You can do 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds max. They now can extend to a minute. You can do certain lives or tutorials, videos. You can get so creative with social media, and it's very simple. If you lack social media, come in contact that is familiar with it. Or shoot, ask some of these young people. They live on their phones. My niece, man, she lives on her phone, and I'm so proud of her, because she's also a business owner now. She has a brand called Visionary Woman, and she is so creative with social media. Now she's in college, and she started that brand before she was in college. She is very active. My wife, she's great with social media. I learned so much from so many people when it comes to social media. But you definitely want to get educated, y'all. You have so many platforms. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, well, now called X, formerly known as Twitter. You have Threads. Oh man, what else? What else? I feel like I'm forgetting some. TikTok. Oh, TikTok, man. You talking about making some millionaires. Uh TikTok is a great one. There's so many different avenues. YouTube, okay, it's not Rumble. There's so many. services where you can help promote your brands and your business. So again, get into learning more with social media. I know sometimes certain networking groups will provide classes and panel discussions when it comes to social media. I'm excited because later on this year, well, actually in the next couple of weeks, I will be on a panel with other local social media influencers, which I don't consider myself social media, but I'm honored. Um, I'm growing. I'm growing. Uh, but we're gonna be talking about just the importance of uh social media, right? Why you need to get more involved. Why does it continue to grow? I think social media too. Before very last point, social media is larger than people get the news from social media rather than they get it from actual news on TV. All they need is they get 30-second clips and that's their news. Like they get informed by that than they do with the actual professionals and journalists that's been in the field for years that had to go to school for this. So again, social media is a very great avenue to use. Again, it's very affordable. And you know me, I'm big on affordability, especially when it comes to business owners, because that you can save a lot of money and that money can go into something else in your business that needs some attention. So definitely get knowledgeable when it comes to that word, get knowledgeable, get a better understanding. There we go. That's better. Get a better understanding when it comes to social media. I hope that was a great uh, uh informed business tip that you all had took some notes on. That person that is going to be the next individual to invest in themselves. I hope that was helpful. Continue to take notes every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays here on the Arrington Gavin podcast. Once again, y'all, I truly appreciate the time that y'all put to tune into this show. Again, tune in to my other programs in your city every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM. If you're not in the Hampton Roads area, no worries, because guess what? It is you can listen to it live online at wnsb.org. Also, you can download the WNSB app. It is free. Tune into this podcast. For all you beard sporters out there, hey, check out Rugged Evolution Beard Care. It's an amazing men's grooming line. And for more information, you can go to ruggedevo.com. Once again, y'all be blessed. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all on Wednesday. Peace out.